Never mess with a nun. Welcome to WatchMojo.com, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 facts about the nun. Before we begin, we publish new content every day, so be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. For this list, we're looking at info related to the upcoming horror movie, The Nun. Number 10. It's the fifth installment in the Conjuring franchise. Grossing more than $1.2 billion worldwide with its first 4 films, the wildly successful Conjuring franchise has already spawned its own spin-off with the Annabelle films, and it's looking to do the same thing with The Nun. This film will mark the return of Valak, a demon who battled Ed and Lorraine Warren in The Conjuring 2 and made a post-credits appearance in Annabelle Creation. Though The Nun is the latest installment in the Conjuring franchise, it's set earlier than the other films, taking place in 1952.
With The Nun, we're going right back to where it all began.
Number 9. The plot. In the film, a priest, Father Burke, and a sister who has yet to complete her vows, Irene, travel to an abbey in Romania to investigate a nun's death.
We're here to investigate the death of a nun.
At the abbey, a secret is revealed to them about the order that lives there, and they encounter a demonic figure Sister Irene had visions of in childhood.
What did you see?
I saw a nun.
According to the film's official website, Father Burke and Sister Irene will face a threat to, quote, their faith and their very souls. The Nun is a prequel that will give more of a backstory to Valak. Number 8. Several horror veterans were involved in the production. Many of the people who worked on The Nun have their own proven track record in the horror genre. Producer James Wan has been behind some of the most popular horror movie franchises in recent memory, including Saw, Insidious, and The Conjuring.
Get away from me!
One of The Nun's screenwriters is Gary Doberman, who has written the screenplays for the Annabelle movies and shared a co-writing credit for the critically acclaimed 2017 version of It.
Come join the clownets.
Finally, The Nun is director Corin Hardy's second horror film that he's helmed, after 2015's The Hallow. Number 7. No church filming was allowed during the Romanian shoot. While the crew was shooting in Romania, the production ran into a minor problem. Filming churches is banned in Romania. Because of this, everything that resembled a church had to be made by the crew from scratch. With the help of some designs based on a church found in director Corin Hardy's childhood hometown in Sussex, production designer Jennifer Spence and her team pulled out all the stops to create the creepiest sets possible, including building a fake entrance against a real Romanian castle.
The Abbey has a long history.
And while they couldn't film actual hallowed locations, the movie was fortunate enough to receive a blessing from a priest. Number 6. Animals interrupted production. The restriction on filming churches wasn't the only obstacle the production crew faced. They also had to deal with outside factors from the Romanian countryside where production took place. At the Corvine Castle location, ironically on the same day the production received its blessing, a herd of goats delayed the work schedule when they blocked a path to the set as they were going their own way. Then, one day at another location, a herd of sheep tied up traffic and slowed down production once again. Number 5. Both men and women were considered for the role of Valak. It's hard to believe that the part of a character known as the Nun would have gone to a man.
Who are you?
But that was apparently a possibility, as the casting call for the role of Valak in Conjuring 2 was not closed off to any specific gender. Men were welcome to try out for the part, and out of the hundreds of applicants considered, a few of them did. In the end, the part went to Bonnie Aarons, who had previously frightened people, including director Corin Hardy, as a bum in the 2001 David Lynch film Mulholland Drive. Number 4. Faces of Death. For the film's production at Castell Film Studios, there's a set of 4 tombs that feature death masks of 5 different people. However, those masks aren't taken from random extras, but rather from people who worked on the movie behind the scenes, including director Corin Hardy, writer Gary Doberman, executive producer Michael Clear, director of photography Maxime Alexandre, and Harry Boyd, who was a first assistant director. There's a scene in the final film that shows the masks as a little Easter egg. Number 3. Its production was supposedly visited by ghosts. There's nothing like working on a horror movie to make you paranoid about supernatural forces that could be out there.
I don't understand. Please,
In an interview with Cinema Blend, Corin Hardy said that he was visited by 2 ghosts that he mistook for members of his own film crew while he was working on a scene in a long dark corridor. When Hardy turned around after carefully studying some film monitors, the 2 had vanished, as if they were never really there. Hardy speculated that the ghosts may have been Romanian soldiers who were observing the filmmaking process. Number 2. Banned promo. One promo for The Nun that sparked outrage was a 7-second ad that appeared before YouTube videos. Immediately after the ad starts, the sound bar supposedly goes all the way to 0 for an unexplained reason. But then Valak pops up accompanied by a startling noise. Perhaps most annoyingly, there was no way to skip the ad, and viewers could only hope they'd already turned the sound down for real. YouTube ended up removing the ad due to its shocking content policy. Number 1. Valak is based on an actual legend.
You are Valak! The defiler! The profane! The Marquis of Snakes!
Mentioned in the ancient book Key of Solomon, the Valak of legend isn't a demonic apparition dressed up as a nun, but a child, and the supposed president of hell, who rides around on the back of a 2-headed dragon. The Valak of the Conjuring universe was actually inspired by a presence that Lorraine Warren said she encountered, though it may be interesting to one day see a cinematic version of Valak as he's presented in mythology. Do you agree with our picks? Check out these other great clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.